Hello, Hollywood. I'm Bethany Aline, and today I am here with the author, Michaela Hayes.
Hi.
She is an author, cultural commentator, and disability advocate.
Yes.
Michaela just graduated with honors this month from Billboard's #1 business school in the industry and country, Full
hmm
Sail University.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So before we begin, I just want to say that Michaela and I personally have some history because I too
Yeah.
am a
Yeah.
graduate from Full Sail University, and
Yeah.
we were both members and officers of the National Society of Collegiate Scholars, where Michaela was the secret weapon of the organization because she's the best listener and the best secretary
Yeah.
in
Yes.
existence.
Yeah. I try to be.
You absolutely were. You are the eyes and ears of the organization, I always said. So, uh, Michaela Hayes, you have joined the Liberty Network.
I
Congratulations.
have.
That is
Yes. Yes.
amazing.
Thank you.
Like fresh from
Yes.
graduating too.
Yes.
That's
I am
amazing.
the edit. I am the editorial lead. I just found that out. I thought I was just going to be a writing contributor and that was it. But I'm now the editorial lead. So
Oh my
yeah.
gosh. It gets better and better. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
So you are using your voice to highlight media, identity, and raise more awareness with individuals with disabilities. So, Hollywood,
Yeah.
let's get to know Michaela Hayes. So, for your readers just meeting you, how would you describe yourself first personally, and then we're going to get to describe yourself as a writer in some of your genres?
Yes. Personally, I would say that my sense of humor, it just creeps up whenever it wants to. People are like, wait, what? And I'm like, wait, what? And then everybody just busts out laughing. And I get embarrassed, but you know, it's just my sense of humor.
You're a little quirky.
I would say, yeah, I would say that I am a very generous person and I'm very compassionate and I'm very kind and I'm an actually good listener to my friends. I really do try to listen to my friends. You can ask Bethany.
Yeah, you
Uh,
are a good friend, I'd say. I can tell you anything and I know that I am safe.
yes, yes.
Which is
I
crazy too, because you're a writer and I would think that you'd slip it in somewhere, but I'm like, nope, you're a safe place. You're always,
yes,
always such,
yes,
you've always been a good friend to me over the years that
yes,
I've met
yes, yes. I try. I really do try to be a good friend.
you. You
Um,
are a good friend.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Um, I would also say that basically anything that shines out, like from my personality, would be my sense of humor.
I think you're hilarious without any effort, so I have to agree. But there's so
Thank
many wonderful positive things to say about you because like you're a fighter. You
Yeah,
are, you're someone that you're dependable. And
yes,
I
yes,
just like
yes.
that, your professionalism, even though you can have a sense of humor, your sense of professionalism is just top tier as well.
Yeah, yes. I try to like separate the two, like be funny but also be professional. Like what say for example with my professors, like I
Mm.
know I had to cross them T's, dot them I's. Like I didn't want to say anything that I wasn't supposed to say. It was like I was itching to say something I wasn't supposed to say, but I was like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't let your intrusive thoughts win.
Oh my gosh. I know school will do that too. It will pick your brain and make you be like, but wait, but you have to just kind of suppress some of those ideologies, I say. So,
Yeah.
um before we like really, really dive into other topics, I wanted to first ask if you were comfortable about speaking about your disability ataxia.
Yes, I'm comfortable with it. I'm not going to go into depth about it, but I will talk about it.
Thank you.
So, so my ataxia, there's people who have it worse than I do, but when it comes to me, say for example, I'm trying to look at a whiteboard. My eyes don't focus on like there's like one sentence on that whiteboard. My eyes do not focus on that like whatsoever. And then I also have mobility issues. So I have my good days and my bad days. Good days, I can kind of walk in a straight line. Bad days, I just stagger a lot. And sometimes it can end really, really bad. Sometimes it's just a risk, like I'm looking out for danger, and it does make me have like a a bunch of anxiety, like a
I'm
bunch,
sure.
like yeah, thank you. So yeah, and
But you're doing it. Like I see you without any assistance or anything. You're really pushing through this time and
yeah,
doing like really you're being so strong through everything and that has to
yes,
shape the way you move through the world, I'm sure. And does it
yeah.
affect the way you tell stories, or have you found that writing has become your outlet because of these mobility issues? Are you comfortable sharing?
So what I like writing has become my coping mechanism.
Hmm.
I I cope through my writing. Sometimes I write journal entries, sometimes I write fiction, sometimes I write nonfiction. It's just how I feel. Like if I woke up and I was feeling horrible that day and I really wanted to get it out. Like I really wanted to get it out, but I had no one to talk to that day. I would just, write it out somewhere.
And do you make your characters experience some of these hardships that you face, or do you just truly use it in a different way where you'll make like a fictional problem or something? Like it's interesting how you use it.
Yes. So what I do like use my experience like I use it in my blogs m more than my fiction novels. Like my fiction, when I write fiction mostly because I want to be that person to help people escape. I want to be that safe haven for people. So I use my life experience to teach in my blog, the blog I write.
Okay. So there's definitely like different sections of what you're feeling and genres that we can. So it
Yes,
seems like you have
yes,
options for your readers.
yes. I have a lot of options.
That's great.
If you don't want to get into that in the heavy topics, you can just skip over it and go to my fiction novels. Like, no problem at all. But I do really recommend you read those blogs because they will teach you a lot about yourself. So, yeah.
All
And
right.
I just want people to be their best selves. That's all I want.
So you mentioned humor before. Is that another coping mechanism for you? And do you have any comedy in your genres, or like what are the genres like if you had to categorize them just for your readers and our viewers?
Yes. So, what I write is romance, thriller, a little bit of action adventure. I don't know if I'm gonna put that action adventure book out yet, but the last president, the last NSCS president, she was really hyped. She really wanted me to put that book out. So I'm like, should I put it out? Should I not put it
Well,
out?
of course, I want to see
So,
it.
so
Well,
yeah.
so, a little romance. Are we keeping it PG or are we going to like full erotica where there's some love scenes and stuff? Like, what should we be expecting?
So There there are some love themes. There's just one because that's my limit. I'm not going above that because that's too daunting for me at least.
All right.
Um, the rest of the book is PG and it has a lot of my sense of humor in it. Allison of NSCS, she was the advisor. She said that when you get into those characters, you really get into them like it's an attachment. Like I've had people who would review my book and they say, "I'm so attached to your character." Like I had this one reviewer, she was like, I don't know what to do with my life now because your preview is just that good.
That is amazing
So,
to hear that. And then to be so attached to certain characters, it shows that
yes,
you really, really
yes,
captured, their personality and you gave them,
yes,
you know, a a whole humanized characteristics that makes people like hold on
yes,
to them and want more. So
yes,
it sounds like you're well on your way and you're just an amazing writer.
yes.
I can't wait to
So,
see what happens for you. I'm still blown
thank you.
away that
Thank
right
you.
out of college you're with Liberty Network. That
Yes,
is amazing. And then
yes,
you
yes,
were saying earlier that you thought you were just going to be, a writer for them, but now you're also an editor and you have even other responsibilities with them. And
yes,
I
yes.
have to ask you, what drew you towards this organization's mission? Or like, did they find you or did you find them? Like,
So,
what connected? Like, what's the story? This is amazing.
so I found them. I found them. Like the founder, she's on TikTok.
Okay.
Yes, I use TikTok. I found her on TikTok. She was talking about how she wanted to make say for example, she wanted to make healthcare affordable. And I was like, yeah, like that, our missions are very, very aligned, very similar,
Yeah.
but it's not like the same. Like I do want like affordable healthcare, but it's like I'm more focused on how the system treats people and how they need to know how they're being treated by this system. Where she is focused on politics and how like the world should be better.
Did you want to elaborate on that a little bit? For example,
Uh,
so I understand like the Liberty Network, they're they often explore influences in media and pop culture. So I know that you're in that neighborhood, but when you say like how the system treats people, is
yes.
this the industry or the government, or is it like towards a certain class of people? Like, do you want to elaborate?
So like the whole system. It's like not like pinpoint one system. It's not just that one system. It's every system like out there because there are like in every industry there is a person in power
Yes.
and that person in power is taking advantage, and I want people to see that and understand that and protect themselves from it because if you don't protect yourself from it, you see what happens. People get hurt, people get harmed. It could sometimes, like, fortunately you still have your life. Like yes, you come out having you come out having mental health issues, and then there's there's times where you don't come out at all, and I want people to see that and better protect themselves from it because a lot a lot of artists are sensitive but they don't know it, and
It's the
people,
pressures of Hollywood. It's
yes,
uh,
and then the people who idolize the artists, I'm not gonna say they don't see that they're sensitive because they obviously do if they idolize them, but there is also a line that they can draw if they're not careful.
Yes. So, with that being said, have you been able to find what you think should be the right balance when you take off, or like, is there a way that you plan on finding a solution for, the treatment of these people, or like how what we should and shouldn't idolize, for example?
So, um, it's yeah, there is like stuff you should idolize and stuff you shouldn't idolize. Like there's plenty of people who are artists and they do bad things. You hear about bad things in the media and uh yeah, sometimes we don't know if it's true or not, but if it's like multiple people saying the same thing about that person, then it's obviously true. So don't look up to that person, I would say. But the one thing that would really, really help could say for example, let's get into Robin Williams. We all know what happened to Robin Williams. We all loved him. Um, I would say to better protect themselves is I'm giving them tools because even though I wasn't like big in the entertainment industry yet,
Yet.
I I do have I like we as artists we do have pressures whether you're in the public eye whether you're not. We all have pressures because I always say for authors people don't give us a lot of credit because we we deserve more credit than we get now because we are in the public eye and movies wouldn't be created without a writer. Like all actors read from scripts, so
Absolutely.
a writer had to write that script. Um, so people don't give us a lot of credit for that, and
That's why there
as
was recently a writers' strike, for the guilds, and
yeah, yes,
rightfully so. Rightfully so.
yes,
Stand up for what's
yes,
right and make sure that you can afford your living and you get your equal pay. And it is the total truth. You are the storyline, you're the backbone. Without a
yes.
writer, there is nothing for these actors to go off of.
Right, right. Without writers, your entertainment would not exist.
Yeah, and like without you, also, it's like even if it's not for a movie or a song, there's just the creativity, even in a book, like how you were just saying, our advisor of the NSCS, she became attached to your actual character. Like you brought that character to life. That's
Yes,
amazing.
yes.
You writers are very impactful, and that's what that's probably my biggest question to you is you are so many wonderful things.
Hmm.
But, aside from being an advocate for disabled communities,
Yes.
you also are the first Black woman in your family to succeed academically and jump right into a career with a major network.
Yeah,
And
yes.
I think that is so impactful on so many different levels because that's
Yes.
something so personal not only to your family but also your race of powerful women and
Yes.
being that voice, being that advocate, being that example. Like what do you hope your impact, what do you hope that influence does for more women like you in your communities? Because you're in several communities and you have such purpose moving forward.
So really what I really want to do, like I really want to be impactful for people, but I'm unfortunately, I'm not the only one who has the power here. So I really want to like spread the word with other news outlets, other media outlets. But, you know, since there's like a lot of division in this world, like I'm not the only one who has the power here. Um, what I said on my blog, like I wrote a blog. There was something I said. I said that, um, like, because there was a movie that they made. It was in 2016. The main character was disabled. The actor was able-bodied. Um, what I said was like, and the director was like well aware of this because what the main character, like the disability the main character has, she had like a nephew. I don't know if I'm saying that wrong, but she has someone in her life that has that same disability the main character has, and like she's well aware of that. But also, there's a line because the actor was an able-bodied man. So it's like what I said, if you would have put a disabled person in that movie, you would have your movie would like skyrocketed because there are people out there who like want to learn about that stuff. Sometimes the entertainment industry hold like they sometimes they hold themselves back from what they actually from the potential they can actually have.
And also, it's holding back jobs from people in the disabled community that might still have these abilities to perform and act. And,
Yes,
a lot of
yes,
people just hear the word disabled, but they just stop right there. And it's like, no, there's many abilities within a disability. And
yes.
imagine the magnitude. For example, I did see a film where the director had someone with Down syndrome play a role with somebody with Down syndrome because, like you said,
Hmm.
who would know better other than the therapeutic value of having someone truly in that situation, but able to still perform as an
Yes,
actor and still,
yes,
have a paying job as an actor, be a
yes,
professional. It just
yes,
makes the community more diverse, more inclusive, which being a Full Sail graduate, that's our number one
yes,
thing.
yes, yes,
And I love that you are advocating for that and using your voice for the right reasons because you're
yes.
absolutely right. And if that's what you want to do with your impact, I'm just like, absolutely. Like you are the best.
Thank you.
You're fighting the good fight. That's what I always say
Yes,
about you.
yes,
You
I am.
always fight for what's right, and that's what I admire about you the most, Michaela.
Hmm.
So you're
Okay.
the first Black woman in your family paving the way academically and career-wise. So I have to
Yes,
congratulate you there.
yes,
You
thank you.
just graduated with honors from Full Sail University.
Hmm.
Congratulations there.
Thank you.
And you are an advocate for those with disabilities. And then it also sounds like with any minority group, you are just making a stand and paving a way
Yes,
for
yes,
people that,
yes,
need to start having that voice speak for
yes,
them. And I
yes,
adore you for that. So,
yes.
congratulations for being a wonderful person on top of this, being the advocate that you are and the cultural commentator. Is there
Thank you.
anything that I missed? Because I have to make sure that we speak on all of your excellence.
So what I didn't say is that I really want to be a safe haven for everybody, not just people in the entertainment industry, but for outsiders too, because everybody has mental issues. Everybody goes through something. Everybody goes through some sort of trauma. Either you want to talk about it or not. It's completely your business. But I want to be that safe haven for the outside world because a lot of people need that. Not a lot of people have that. A lot of people need that, and I want to be that.
And I believe that you will be. You're going to help so many people find freedoms and find that voice or that ability that they weren't confident enough to share with the world just because of having a disability. Like, I believe that you're going to help a lot of people find their voice.
Hmm. Yes.
So, before we go, I need to know where we can find all of your links, social media. So,
Yes.
we have
Yes.
provided this QR code right here for you.
Right here. Am I hiding it right?
So, with that, follow Michaela and
Yes.
tell us what we can find on your platform or what you
Yes.
are hoping for.
Yes. So you can get the best of both worlds. You don't have to stick with anything if you don't want. But I highly recommend you read those blogs because those blogs will make you a better person. And that's ultimately what I want you to achieve is to be your best, the best version of yourself. Um, I write fiction. I don't want to say it's the best thing ever, but like it might be like
The next big
very,
thing.
very, yeah, the best thing
Well,
you
coming
would
from Full
put your
Sail,
eyes on.
I'm sure it will be because we only
Yes,
make winners at this school.
yes,
But I will say that Michaela, here you can find, real life scenarios and real talk with her blogs. You can find a little romance, a little bit of comedy, and
yes,
I'm
yes,
gonna hold you to it. I want to do a follow-up with myself or one of my
yes,
colleagues, and I want to
yes,
hear that you did that drama action.
yes, yes,
All right, so once again, follow Michaela right here,
yes,
and we're gonna say goodnight to Hollywood.
yes. Bye.
Bye.